Okay, this is one of the games I played this afternoon while enjoying my treadmill, and nothing. It's still played against one of the new characters from Fritz19. This character is called aggressive. It's like a bull. Okay. In fact, I didn't expect he would play a Dutch. So, since his character is aggressive, I was aggressive too. Unfortunately, I didn't remember the theory, like always, and so when he played this move, I already didn't know what to do. Because I thought he would take, aggressive. And instead he didn't take. So I played this move, c4. It seems when I gave Fritz19 the game to analyze, it's kind of strange because he gave 10 seconds per move. It took like 1 hour to analyze the game. And they came out with some games from the reference database, that is Megabase 2023, which I think are interesting to show some ideas. No? For example, this game was played between two players. White was 2400 and black was also nearly 2400 on a title Tuesday. So the Megabase already has all the Blitz game played in title Tuesday in 2022, which is good. So this is not my game. This is taken from that game of title Tuesday, and I was curious to see, because generally in order to prepare the opening or to know an opening, one should watch as many games as possible to acquire those patterns and ideas that are useful for that opening. So practically the reference stop here at move 17 and says that white won. Okay, this was from title Tuesday from 2022. Okay, let's return back. Tack, 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 and I played c4 and I attack the center. Okay, so that's what I wanted to do, to attack the center. And here it shows that it's very aggressive, because I didn't think of this move at all, and it's a nice move, and it's a novelty for the computer based on Megabase 2023, that however I didn't update lately because I was kind of busy. It's a novelty, so that's also interesting. Before, this is the move that was played in another game in Barcelona in 1999, and black won. Okay, so in one game, but of course there are many other games. For example, there is a kind of game played between two players that are around 2200, and white was able to win. So obviously it depends, okay? But the move played by the computer is kind of interesting, because this really opened the position in a sense, so, and attacks my center. So I did this track here. Fritz shows us some strategic maneuver that probably black wants to do. I played this, he gave check. He says, here it says that this move was better for black, because it would give white a slight advantage. Instead, it seems with this move, after this, white is better. So I don't know if it's true. In any case, here white is clearly better for the engine, obviously not for a human being. But can you imagine what the engine played? The engine played h5. Boom. Instead, it seems this move was better and kind of improve black. if that's an improvement. With that said, so after this move, it says that white has a definitive advantage, but obviously I'm a human and this is not true. Brack. Here I started to have problems. Now, one thing I want to make sure, I fought for each move just a few seconds. It's not that I stayed there to think a minute, okay? And here, after this move, he played this, and I didn't know what to play, because I didn't think of this. Up to the moment I realized that f4, it's kind of impossible to keep. And now, I played this move, but the Fritz analysis, strangely, it's only one move. It says to play this, and white has the advantage. The problem of this move is that I thought I didn't play it because I saw it during the game, because I thought, well, and what do I do if black play this? And that for me was the problem. So I don't know. Fritz strangely doesn't give a move to refute this, and you cannot take with a pawn because it's pin, right? So I don't understand why Fritz says this is the move I should have played. Instead I played this, okay? And here it says the best move for black is this, but it wasn't played by the engine. Which means that yes, maybe queen d3 is a mistake, but I still don't see why. And so the program is not teaching me why this queen d3 is a mistake. That's the part I don't understand, okay? He played c5, but yes, I don't consider it good. I immediately exchange. Instead, Fritz says that the best move for me was to play this one. But then he continues giving. And I honestly don't understand why I would put the pawn on d6, that then I have a big problem in order to keep it alive. Or at least that's my opinion, that I have difficulty to keep it alive. Maybe because he wants to restrict the knight g8 from going to e7, and so being able to move the rook h8. But again, it's a little too much into the enemy territory, right? So I don't know. So I played this, tac, and here it seems I gain one of the achievement, the knight outpost. Also, if in reality I cannot really keep it there for a long time. Here I supported the central pawn because obviously that's a pass pawn and it's a pain for black. And after this move it told me, because it was giving hints, and honestly I don't know if in the next games I will remove the hints because they are kind of distracting. And in the next game that I played, I was distracted by the hint and I lost the queen. So it was crazy. But here it says to remove that piece, and so I did it, but I don't know if it was a really good idea, honestly. And then, boom, I played this, but then, after a couple of seconds, I realized that I cannot take the knight on g6, because the rook h1 is not protected. Oh, so it's terrible. With engines, it's always like this, you know. We see stuff in the tactics training, but then in real life, it never happened like it should happen. Okay? So, he played this. That is more than good, because now he can move a knight g6 on e7. I defended the rook h1, because now I can finally take on g6. And he played this. So obviously I did this. And the next move is this one. Sorry, but I believe this move, in my opinion, is a typical engine mistake. An engine that is trying to play like a human, but I don't see a human giving a pawn for no reason. Okay? So, for example, and also in the analysis, Fritz said it, this is the best move. I think a human would have played that, probably, or maybe he would have moved the knight on g6 somewhere, like on e7, or maybe take on, no, he cannot take on f4. So, I don't know, maybe this, maybe. But maybe, because in reality it's still pinned, so it doesn't need to do it. But for sure, I don't think a human would play this move, e3, because it doesn't make any sense in this position. Okay? I obviously took immediately, no? And it finally castle. But now castling is not maybe the best move there is. In fact, the engine says this is the best move. It makes sense because you want to try to block that the pawn, and I don't know. However, after castling, king f2, here it seems that he finds a kind of strategic maneuver that I didn't even think of. Obviously, I didn't take on c5 because in that case I would lose the f4 pawn, and that I didn't want to lose it. But I honestly don't know if this analysis is good, because the reason I played king f2 is because I want to kill or remove the knight g3, but at the same time I want to protect the pawn f4. Now, is there this only move? No, because a thing that I just noticed now is this. Why not taking in h5 now that the rook h8 is protected? Boo. Maybe because this, and this I think I saw it also in the game, because I was afraid then of g3 forking me. No? Definitely a problem, right? Okay, knight f5, and then I also saw g3 again, because I thought, oh my god, I have a big problem, I don't know how to solve it. No? And this was the big problem, g3. So I played this move, that probably, I don't know, he played g3, king f3, and rook h, e8. I don't know if this move makes sense from a human perspective. I think probably this was the move to play, yes. And then one, tank. And it's a problem for white. I think in any case white has this bigger mass of pawns, but black can take them down one by one, and so I don't know. Okay, so I played this move, capture, check, and now I was happy to take, because I thought that the power of the bishop pair was enough to make me win the game against against all these rooks, but obviously I didn't calculate all, because like I said, I was just thinking a few seconds for each move, okay? And at this point he plays a move that doesn't make any sense to me again. Boom, rook e4. Why rook e4? I don't have any idea. Obviously the move I thought he would play was rooks take e2, no? Why I think this? Because it's a free pawn. But okay, rook e4. Maybe it's better, who knows? Obviously I defend the pawn f4 because I want to keep the majority on that side. Generally the king side majority is a win. The engine showed a line with this bishop, but why would I lose this kind of mass of pawns on the king side? I don't know. To me it doesn't make much sense. As you can see, why would I let him do that for taking the pawn on a7? I didn't like it, honestly. But again, I'm not an engine, so the engine maybe is right, who knows. This move, I don't know, it doesn't make any sense either. So this is the beginner level of this Fritz19, so I don't know what is the rating. Maybe 1200, maybe 1000, who knows. And here we can see the end. Obviously now I'm trying to exchange the pieces because I think I can win. All these pawns I have, I believe they are unstoppable. And so that's why I wanted to exchange the rooks. Especially after now, I think I have won. However, like I said, the engine was kind of giving me hints continuously, and so sometimes I was distracted by the hints and I couldn't understand what he wanted me to say or if it was teaching me something. But here now I have a pass pawn on this side, so he needs to use one piece to block that. And then I will create another pass pawn on the queen side, and so he needs to use another piece to block that. Okay, and at this point it's clear that I have won. Obviously the engine says that there are better moves than what I played. Obviously, I'm sure 100%. But the point is that I don't see how we can stop everything, because you cannot stop everything. And this is another thing. Why didn't resign? I don't think... yeah, maybe a beginner continue to play, but generally human players, when they have this kind of disadvantage, they give up. They don't continue to get checkmated, right? So this is it. Nothing. It says at the end there is a kind of summary where it says that weight error value white 0.38, black 0.79. Miss win white 1, mistake white 1, black 7, okay white 13, black 8, best white 2, black 3. And so this is the end of this game played against the aggressive that is a bull.